Yo, what up? It's your boy Owen JJ Stone, aka Black Gritty, aka the last BG that'll never leave you. I can't retire. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm gonna be 80 years old in my mama basement doing this podcast, Gritty Nights. And it's been a rough day for BG's Real G's podcast coming soon. I just got soon. Next time I see Brand, I gotta give him the contract. I'm be carrying around with me every single day. Stop laughing. I'm not an emotional person. Like the CJGA thing, everybody crying about that. Kelsey retired. I mean, cried about that. People did. Cox, Fletcher. I was like, it's cool. People leave every day, B, and I don't care. And this day, I actually felt something. I felt bad. I felt upset. I knew it was coming. We all knew it was coming. Well deserved. We're gonna talk about it. But today, I felt some sort of way, and I don't like having emotions and feelings and caring about things like that. Jason, did you care? Did you cry today?
I didn't cry. No, I feel lucky today.
Lucky?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got to watch some legends play in this town from day one to the last day of their career, and it's been amazing. I was kind of reminiscing on the happy side today more than the sad side.
All right, get out of here. Harry, were you crying today?
No, I was not crying today. I mean, like you said, I was anticipating this happening already. So, like, I didn't want to just, like, tell myself he was going to come back and then, I don't know, react differently. But, I mean, like, again, like Jason said, I'm celebrating BG. That's how I kind of feel about it. It's just, he wasn't going to stay around forever. We knew it was coming. So, shout out to him for his next journey and wish him the best of luck in the next stage of life.
You two are the worst co-hosts in America, and I don't pay you because Lord knows you wouldn't deserve it if you were getting a check. You're terrible, evil people. Leave me out here alone. But I know I won't be alone because I got my guy with me. I got the real Corey, first caller. I mean, he took my spot. I used to have the number one spot on the afternoon shows. I was number one caller. I'd be a first caller. But if I got to give it up to anybody, I mean, coming off the top ropes, my boy Corey deserves it. He comes in hot every day. Every time he call, what's up, Corey?
Hey man, how y'all doing today?
You doing good? I mean, I'm doing all right. These two, they're losers. How did you feel today listening to BJ give his speech today?
I mean, it was like a bittersweet moment, man. Like BG, like when BG cried at the beginning, it was like dust in the air because I'm like, BG usually ain't like his emotion is usually passion. Like he really ain't like when Kelsey cried, I expected that.
Yeah. When
you hearing BG cry, like it's like because like the Eagles didn't really say what it was going to be. They just said an announcement is coming. We all assume, Yeah. And he comes out and he got the tears, and I'm like, oh man.
It was again to be expected. We all know it was coming. I think one of the reporters had leaked it early, and so we held off on it and waited a little bit so it wasn't like taken away from the parade and everything else that was going on. But yeah, so my biggest thing about Brandon Graham, besides everybody, he's the man of the people, he is the people's champ, is that we're going to talk about like the greatest Eagles players ever. Like I'm going to ask you guys who your favorite player, not favorite player, but who you think is the best Eagle to ever play the game is. But just the same way that Kelsey gets way overpraised for his career because he is a center. I like to remind people that he's a center. I know I get arrows every time. I'm like, dog, he's a center. But he has elevated himself into national spotlight, national media because of his speech at the parade. It's what his charisma carried him way beyond his play even did. Brandon Graham to me is an actual Philadelphian Eagle. He wasn't born here. He wasn't raised here. But getting drafted here, being at the height of your height, coming from Michigan, and then not living up to your own expectations, not living up to fans' expectations. You out here, E-Honda, blocking everybody, fighting for your life on Twitter and social media. You can't go out to dinner because people are calling you a bust in the scrub. And to fight through that, to come out of that, to play better, to be better, and then become better and hold himself accountable and become the man that he is, and to go back out into the public where he was out there scrapping with everybody, to going out there now to shaking hands and kissing babies. That is a Philadelphia story. That is people don't like us. We're doing our best. We're trying to get better every day. And I just feel like he is the antithesis of what a Philadelphian Eagle is. His career, his longevity, fighting through, becoming a champion, earning it, and having the respect as a man from his teammates, from the fans, from the people, as a father. I mean, I feel like I'm about to say hyperbole. Like he's the greatest Philadelphian Eagle. And I don't mean he's the greatest player, but just he is what an Eagle is. Like if you put it in the dictionary, his picture should be in there. Jason, do I sound crazy?
No, you don't sound crazy. I think to put him against Kelsey doesn't make sense to me, but we'll just keep it to BG for the part. Now, you're right. He is the definition of an Eagle. He came here. Everyone was super excited when the Eagles traded up that year in the draft to draft Earl Thomas. We were all super mad that they didn't draft Earl Thomas. Then BG comes here. They play him out of position because that's what the Eagles used to do, draft guys and play him out of position. And he wasn't good. He was undersized. He was slow as an outside linebacker, and we all thought he stunk. And then he just kept on grinding. He got through the Chip Kelly years without getting released or traded somewhere stupid because, you know, that guy was trying to get rid of everyone. And he ended up becoming a star here that we'll remember forever.
So this is a real toss-up for me because, unfortunately, I got two people left that are just positive people. So, I mean, I'm gonna let Corey go next. Corey, do I sound crazy talking about he is like the greatest Eagle? I mean, again, I'm gonna put him up against Kelsey because that's what we do out here. We have to have this conversation. But
I mean, no,
just
man.
as a great Eagle, like
when you look at that overall Eagle, I mean, he played his whole career here, 15 years. You know, kind of what Jason spoke on. Like the man came here, and we labeled him as a bust, but he never like I remember when BG was having a block party. You know, if you BG you a bust, like the rest of these dudes go back and forth. CJ, GJ, Slay, he wasn't doing that. He would just block you. And like to where he came, like think about it. BG played in 3 Super Bowls. How many Eagles can say that they played in 3 Super Bowls, right? And he won 2. Like, I mean, Kelsey can't say that, right?
yeah,
But Kloss can't say that.
only him and Lane, really, right?
Lane, right?
Dawkins, only him and Lane is the only 2 that can say they played in 3 Super Bowls and won 2. I mean, obviously you got Jake Elliott, all them, but they not in that conversation. But
Yeah,
greatest of all time of Eagles, those is the only 2 that can say I played in 3 Super Bowls, and that mattered.
Yep. Harry.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, you know, again, the whole Kelsey thing, like they're different, right? Like I would say Kelsey's got a freaking Delco wife and a bunch of, you know, local kids, and he's going to down the shore, and it's like that's as Philly as he can get. Basically, he lives here. He's a Philadelphian, right? But at the same time, BG has the greatest play in the history of the franchise, right? Strip sack and Tom Brady to guarantee that we win that Super Bowl. I mean, like, or, you know, pretty much guarantee it. Obviously, that Hail Mary is a little scary, but it was essentially like locked us in that you know, the Super Bowl we weren't supposed to win, right? So he's got unique aspects that elevate him to that level too. I think for me, even you guys just been naming the names, like that's why I say it's, you know, it's like a, you know, it's a celebration too, because this is making me remember all these great Eagles as well. So it's like he's one of those guys in that pantheon that makes us be like, man, we've had some great players, but some great dudes that really embody the city and embrace the fans, and he's at the top with all those guys.
So I'll save the conversation. We want to talk about like who the best player Eagle is. I mean, I'll save the Kelsey thing for later, but I want to ask you who the best Eagles player is, because obviously there's all kinds of conversations about who you feel, who you love, who you watched. You know, there's guys that, you know, we're probably going to pick guys that are in our era or close to our era. You know, Bergie's like one of those, like there's certain guys where you're just like my dad loved Will Montgomery. Like I never could see him run, but my dad was like, yo, you want to get some jerseys, go get his jersey. You know what I mean? Like he would tell me about plays that he saw, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we're probably going to pick guys from our era, which, you know, is understandable. But I remember the first time I understood football, my dad went to the TV screen and he's like, watch this guy. Don't look at anything else. Just watch him. And Reggie White was lifting people with one hand and moving them. One hand, moving them. And I was like, Dad, they're big. He's like, just watch him. He's moving double teams, just pushing people. I'm like, he is a grown man among children. And I was like, wow, like that's cool. Because usually when you watch football, your eyes are all, when you're young, you're darting all over the place. But to have my dad stand there like with the little circle on the TV, like just watch this, I honed in on him for a game. And then after that, he was like, oh my God, this guy's my favorite player. Corey, who is the best Eagle player? The greatest player in the Eagles history.
As you said, when you talk about errors, I mean, obviously, like me, I'm only 32 years old, so my first era of watching football began with the Andy Reid, McNabb area. So I got to go with Brian Dawkins, like, and it's just the passion that B Dog played with, like. Whenever that dude talk, like he make you like this dude could be, trying to tell me how to do my homework, carry the one. It's like the way he talked, like the passion. He be like, man, I'm gonna carry this one with passion. Like when he gave that, NFC Championship game, like when he, he's like, we came and we brought it all doggone play. Like the way that he can talk, he don't even say no curse word. Like he can do the whole passion without cursing one time. It's like. That dude, and I just love B Dog, man. Like I feel like that's the best player that I've seen play in my lifetime.
Harry, you over there saying with that young pup attitude? What are you 31?
30, sir. Come on, don't disrespect me like that. I just turned 30.
37. Yeah, so
30.
You got Dawkins on. I know we talk about it a lot. I know Dawkins is one of your guys.
Yeah.
If you had to pick like your greatest Eagle,
we're talking best, you know what I mean? Like it's best versus like greatest,
like
is kind of
the best player.
Like the best player, you know what I mean? Like it's hard for me to say anyone besides Reggie White, bro. Like I agree. I mean, it's just like you said, he's like he in situations where he'd let a guy get deep into his his paw basically because he's a bear. And you think sometimes I see the highlights and I'm like, he could have probably put two hands on him and pushed that guy, but he's just like, I'm gonna wait till he gets deep in my shoulder pocket and just launch him as far as I want. Like the only thing about Reggie is just that he's also like known as a Packer too, right? To a lot of people. So I think in terms of like, that's the problem. So I'd love to say somebody else in many ways, like because I don't know, at the end of the day, like I don't know what Reggie would pick. Like, is he more of a bird or more of a Packer? Like I don't even, we can't.
I can speak to that.
Okay.
Real quick, like I mean, because obviously I live in Ohio, and I people because like they was people was talking about it today, and like I asked like some of my people, and they said I view Reggie White as a Packer. Like I remember him more as a Packer. Like when they won the Super Bowl '96, like the way he played, like they was like, "Nah, I get it." He started his career, but I just feel like he viewed more as a Packer.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. You know what I mean,
Jason?
So most talented player, right?
Yeah,
Reggie White. My favorite player is Brian Dawkins. But if we're going to go best Eagle, I'm gonna go Lane Johnson, who's been here his entire career. He's going, he's got 2 years left. He thinks he wants to play. He's been an all-pro right tackle the entire time he's been here, minus I guess the 1 year when he got caught with taking extra vitamins for a couple of things here and there. But, I mean, he's regarded as the best right tackle in football, and he's been that way for over a decade, right?
Yeah.
Like Brandon Graham was here for a long time. He was never considered the best defensive end on the team. Reggie White was the best, but he wasn't an Eagle the whole time. Dog wasn't the Eagle the whole time. So give me Lane Johnson as the best Eagle.
So the Dawkins, I can't even put Dawkins in that he wasn't the Eagle the whole time.
I know.
They messed up on that. They shouldn't have done
that. Hurts me too.
Like
yeah.
Me too.
He like oh man, I don't even like thinking about that. The Reggie White thing is also again your age group,
cheap ownership,
and your fandom level, right? So like where Corey's at, that group of people, a lot of them might be Packers fans, where they never saw Reggie start his career. They just saw him win the Super Bowl. They remember Brett Favre, and they tie. It's easy to tie somebody in with a whole great like that. You know what I mean? Like just like how we had a Jahi and stuff here. Like now they're forever Eagles. When you think about them, you think about them as Eagles. Like it doesn't matter. Torrey Smith. Like when I see him tweeting and stuff like that, like he's an Eagle because he won a Super Bowl here.
Chris Long.
Yeah, Chris Long.
Chris Long
thinks he's an Eagle still. Like he played for the St. Louis Rams and it was a Patriot, and he is an Eagle. Like it don't matter. So it does depend on how you feel. Because again, since me as a child watching Reggie and Jerome Brown and bringing home for Jerome, and when he passed away, and I like all that, like he's always going to be an Eagle to me. But I can't argue with anybody who would think that he's a Packer too, because I do get that. But like once you win a Super Bowl and you got one legend next to you, it's easy to trick your mind and thinking, did they even play for anybody else? Because I'll tell you what, Long is just I swear he was born an Eagle. Because that bro, he is down for the team.
You would think his dad played here
for real.
Yeah.
The way he,
I mean, Saquon too, right? Saquon's not even a Giant anymore at this point,
right.
So
He's
it's
an
like
I have Howie Long's jersey. Me and my dad. The one thing I hate about football now is locally is you can't even be a fan of greatness anymore. I just have to be an Eagles fan. I used to wear everybody's jersey for players I liked, except for my conference. I never had a Cowboys, never had a Commanders, Redskins, never had a Giants. But I had a Peyton Manning. I had a Ray Lewis. I had a Ocho Cinco jersey. Like, just a fun players growing up. But now you can't even do that. But my point was, like, my dad was like, yo, this long dude over in the Raiders, like John Madden, like, you don't know nothing about that. Like, so he always be just old school telling me stuff. And I like, you know what? I'll get a long jersey for him. I got myself a long jersey, but now I can't even wear the John no more. But, oh, no, you a Raiders fan? I'm like, no, but the dude's great. Like, you know how bad I want to wear Lawrence Taylor, but he's on the ops, and I can't do it because he's one of the greatest that ever lived. I can recognize greatness. But yeah, it's really weird because Dawkins is just, again, on the field, off the field, accolades, other than the Super Bowls too. What Corey was saying, you feel that. Like when anybody says doggone it, that's what you think of. Like Corey said doggone it, I hear him saying in my mind. Now I'm gonna go back around again and ask you guys. So Harry brought up Saquon. So anybody who knows me on the show or hears me say it, I always say thank you for choosing me, Bryce, when I talk about Bryce Harper, because he came here when the football team wasn't balling yet. They were about to be balling. The baseball team was no playoffs. Basketball was nobody comes to Philadelphia. We always have to sign somebody in a trade or draft them. Right. The free agent face of America never just comes to Philadelphia. He came here. Thank you for choosing me. And somebody said, well, you got to say it about Saquon if they was around and win the Super Bowl. And that hurt my heart a little bit. I'm like, oh, damn, I might have to start saying Saquon, thank you for choosing me. Corey, when you close your eyes, you think of Saquon Barkley. Can you even see him in anything else other than green?
And Saquon, I mean, he speaks on it. Like, I agree. Like, he always talks about the whole Marshall Faulk comparison. Like Saquon Barkley, when his career is up, especially the way this season that he had was so great that it's going to always be connected to him because it finished off with a Super Bowl, and it was in Eagles green. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was okay with them resting him in Week 18, not breaking the rushing record. But imagine if he would have did that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, Saquon Barkley is an Eagle to me. Nothing like nobody. I don't care what a Giants fan said. Like,
Harry, you giving up Saquon for any reason?
Am I giving up Saquon? Hell no, I'm not giving up Saquon. No, I mean, yeah, of course. At the end of the day, it's like Giants fans, like, they just look even sadder because, which I love about that too, because, you know, Saquon's said during the parade, you know, in multiple interviews, he's like, he wants to be here for the rest of his life. He wants to be remembered as an Eagle. Like, he's putting it out there as much as we are seeing it. You know what I mean? He doesn't even have to put it out there. It's just that real. And that's a great point. Imagine he broke the rushing record, and imagine he had like a bigger game in the Super Bowl. I mean, then it would have been like the Saquon season of all time. So, but yeah, he's an Eagle. He's only going to make that even more clear every year from now on too.
Jason, finish it out.
I mean, you know, I was the biggest Saquon hater, right? From back when he was in college and then when he was on the Giants. I would just troll the Saquon fans all the time. And now they try and come back at me like, oh, you used to hate that guy. I'm like, now he's an Eagle. Yeah, he's an Eagle. I would never hate that man. Like, and I told you last week, he high-fived my kids at the parade. And to see their faces light up when they got that high five from Saquon and how excited they were to just be that close to him. Like, that's a memory I'll never forget. That, and anytime I close my eyes, I think of Saquon. I think of him running through the snow, smacking his helmet. Yeah, I can never stop thinking about that touchdown run.
Yeah, it's a lockdown, shut him up. He doesn't have to play another game for the Eagles for the rest of his life. He's the Eagle. And that's crazy to think. He had 5 years. He had some, I just can't see it anymore. When I see highlights, it feels wrong. Yeah. And next year, he will not have 2,000 yards. I can guarantee you that. Matter of fact, if I don't know what I'll do what the top comment says if he first for 2,000 yards, because it's just impossible to do. But my God, he just is such a good person too. Man, we have some really good. And I'm being biased because it's our team, but the Eagles have legends that matter to the city. A lot of other towns, they don't have that. Like the 49ers kind of have it. I'll give it to the Cowboys. They have it. And I'll give it to the Giants. They have it. But these Commander fans that came back out of the woodwork, I don't hear y'all repping old Commanders. I don't hear y'all talking about, I
don't even know nobody that they bring up. Like, I don't even know old Commander jerseys at the game. Like,
no.
And
when was the last time you heard Clinton Portis' name? You know what I mean? Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Most of the time at the game, you don't even see old jerseys anymore. So it's like weird. again, case of Buffalo. Buffalo cares. Buffalo cares because they're crazy too. Buffalo cares, but Buffalo is more like Philadelphia because it's a small city that's not a major market kind of thing. So they care more than others. Somebody said the other day, who are the craziest fans? They're like, Buffalo and Philadelphia. They're really the same, except Buffalo people are nice. And I'm like, bitch, these fools be jumping through tables. I mean, look, man, there's a lot of nice Philadelphians out here. So it's just like you said, bittersweet day. You get to see all the highlights and stuff. Like just said, Saquon high five against, like, I've been many times at Chicken Pete's and saw BG stay well after his show's over to the last person. Actually, the last time I saw him was before the playoffs started, and he couldn't sign anything. He could only take pictures because they didn't want him signing because of his hand or whatever, his wrist or his shoulder, whatever was going on. He's tricep. There's I was going through every arm part but that part. And so I waited till be the last person, and he knows who I am a little bit. Like, we chop it or whatever. He's like, you want another picture? I'm like, dude, we got enough pictures. I don't need no pictures. I just need to know that you come back for playoffs. I need to know that you come back for the Super Bowl. I need to know that you come back next year. And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, I know. I'm just telling you right now. I'm telling you that you coming back for the playoffs. If we make it to the Super Bowl, you going to play in the Super Bowl. And then I need you to come back next year. If we win it, then I'll let you out of it. But I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? He's like, I got you. And I was like, all right. And he did come back. So I knew I had an inside scoop on that. And I felt some sort of way when he said he was playing. I was happy because he earned that. And it's hard to say the guys earn or deserve, you know what I mean, something. But to be on the team, to be where he was at, to be in a situation, and like Corey said, like Harry said, like everybody said, there's only so many Eagles players with 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 victories out here. And he's one of them. And he's just a great human being. And again, when I said against Kelsey, it really is just the vibe that you get, because Kelsey's a great dude too. Corey brought it up earlier off air, and everybody on the internet is like, I hope Kelsey wasn't at the retirement. Lane was there, you know what I mean? Cox came back. Where's Kelsey at? And it's true. The internet is looking for him. I'm like, he better be on vacation. Jason's like, he does have a baby to do. I'm like, hey, baby might be on the way. You know, but the internet just be out here mad about every single thing.
That's how boring free agency's been. That's why people got nothing to do right now.
Go ahead, Corey.
Nah, I mean, like AJ Brown said last, what he say? The Eagles community messy.
Yeah.
It really is.
No, they be trying to. He said y'all be starting to beef, and then y'all blame it on the media.
Well,
sometimes, yes.
The funny thing about that was, and obviously that was due to Slay too. But Slay is the media now. He is the media. Like, you out here talking stuff. Like, dude, you're part of the media. You got a microphone in your face. You got a crappy webcam. You are media. Like, I'm sorry. And at the moment, you're unemployed, so you're real media. You sitting at home, going on every podcast and show you could, talking wild and reckless about Corey's quarterback, and we're gonna get on that in a second, so Corey can talk about it. Yeah, you know what I mean, but the Kelsey thing, like, it also is starting to happen because he's also becoming so big that's when you start tearing people off their pedestal. He's finally reached that thing where it's like, he's got a night show, he's selling Tide, he's got mixed cereal. Oh shit, there's his brother again. Oh, what? His beautiful wife is hosting on his show. Oh, snap. His wife's got a podcast. Oh, no, they making another baby. Like, people just start piling on. His mama's still out here making these cookies with this split jersey. Like, it becomes so much that people are like, now, like, it's starting to become cool to, like, no, I don't even really like Kelsey like that. Like, come on, dog. Yeah. You overhyped your love anyway. Now you want to try and tear him down. My love's been right in the middle. I'm appreciative. I like him. I think he's cool. I ain't watched his late night show yet. I don't watch his podcast with his brother because his brother's a dork. I like some of the clips and stuff they got going on, but it's just like people, like Corey said, like AJ said, like, we are messy. They want to tear him down. They want to bring him down. Like, it's not that serious. They all love each other more than we love them. You know what I mean? They have fought with each other. So
yeah.
It's just funny how that works out. He wasn't there, so the internet's on him.
You know what's real funny about that though?
What?
If like a Dallas fan was like, "Oh, Kelsey stinks anyway," then
Yeah.
like, "Hold up, what?
Fuck you."
We're not doing that shit here."
That's
Like it was just like real quick, everybody be back on Kelsey's side out of nowhere. Like
that's a typical. You could talk about my brother. I mean, I can talk about my brother, but you can't. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. I don't care what you say.
He's the greatest center of all time.
Yeah, right. And that was crazy because it got me thinking. Like, I got an argument with my buddy, and I was like, so what's your favorite Kelsey play? Because I actually have one. I actually have
grabs the guy and he screams in his face.
Right? Okay, that's one at least.
That's up there.
It's like where I saw him like do a spin block, run down the field, block a dude, and then block another dude. Like I got the video saved because I'm like, yo, this dude, when they talk about agile speed, like he blocked 3 people and did a spin move into blocking another one. Like,
yeah.
That's a move.
He one-arm pancake Dexter Lawrence that one time. So.
See, you gotta play. You see what I'm saying? You got. I asked my boys like, "Where's the play?"
When he outrun, I forget, it was the 2022 year when he outran Miles Sanders, and then Miles Sanders didn't follow the block. He was ready to slap him.
That's a good one.
Every time.
See, Corey got to play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was like, well, if you're gonna tell me that this is the greatest player of all time, this is your player, give me the plays. I want the plays. At least we all came up with plays. That's good. That's good. But yes, we love all of our guys. I love Jason Kelsey. And it's just like I said, it's a weird day. He'll be back on the team. He's gonna be some kind of capacity. I hope they still do the Brandon Graham show so we can still get some inside scoop of what's going on when he be slipping up talking mess. AJ can hold that one on his own because I mean ain't nobody tell him to do that. That night he went out there, he had a mission. Nobody asked him no question yet. He just came out. Well, you know what's going on in the locker room? Let me tell you what's going on in the locker room. She said it, and they gonna get it done. I'm like, whoa, like, pump the brakes. So it's good to have him on the show and have him in the city.
He was like, "What did I say after? Why is everybody mad?" Right, like,
he was. Oh man, that his phone must have been crazy the next day. Absolutely crazy.
And you know, in that moment, he probably didn't realize what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like he just talking, like, you know, yeah, man. He said, and 11 guy realized 1 is trying.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, AJ said we messy. Yeah, we all messy, brother. It's all around.
Except we're the only team with 0 suspensions in the decade. I saw that. That's pretty incredible, actually.
Yeah,
that's a shock.
Hey, shout out to security Big Dom, Batman.
Yeah. Grabbing Avante from the club or whatever.
So I'm not gonna say. All I'm gonna say is that I've made fun of Big Dom being on TV a lot and stuff like that. And the one time when I met him and he like yoked me up and then threatened my life jokingly. He's like, I see you. I saw the show. I'm like, you watch my show? Don't watch my show. I ain't nobody. He's like, I heard you said, I'm like, I was joking, dog. I just Corey, I was scared to death, boy. He was like, nah, I know you don't like me, you don't F with me. I'm like, no, I didn't say that. I said, and I had to explain myself, Corey. You know, looking up to the man like I'm a child. And then he's like, nah, cool, I'm just fucking with you. And I had to bear hug him like a baby. I'm like, please love me. Don't hate. I don't want to die, you know. And so after that, we were cool. And he does a lot. And I knew this before. We all know this, that he does a lot for players. Protection. Something happens late at night, you get stuck somewhere, you're in a jam, you call Dom is there, you know what I mean, to help you get out of it, help you not go into it in the first place. And the one night I was there talking to him when BG was there, and he was just talking about he's like, nah, this dude helped me out a lot in my early career when I was having some dark days, and you know what I mean, like Dom was just telling me stories that he shouldn't tell me, and I'm not gonna repeat, but you know, he trusted me enough to tell me these things. And like I said, BG was there backing it up. Yeah, Hugh was talking about so today, Brandon Graham said a lot of thank yous to Dom. He said Dom's name in sequence with Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Loyer. Every time he said their name, Dom's name came up, and then Dom's name came up extra too. And it's nice to have a guy that's there for guys that are going through it, you know, through the blockade, like Corey was talking about early. And we're lucky to have a Dom, and we're going to be lucky to have a Brandon Graham on the coaching staff, on the team, doing something. So, Corey, Your quarterback ain't shit, never been shit, never was shit. I mean, what you gonna do about it, Corey? They don't like our quarterback. They don't like Jalen Hurts. They liked him for like 9 days, Corey. We had 9
I don't even know if it was days.
I was counting. I had a good 9 days because if you said anything in that first week, you looked real dumb. You looked real dumb because all the highlights were coming out. The next week, by like Wednesday, it was a but, and and kinda. And Patrick Mahomes cut his hair. That gave everybody free reign to come back and start talking crazy because this dude cut his hair. Corey, is Jalen Hurts a top 10 quarterback in the league?
Top 10, me top 5.
Okay, I'm starting high. So yes, a top 10. Yes, a top 5. Jason, what number is Jalen Hurts in the quarterback rankings in this league?
Give me 4.
4
off of head.
Harry,
without naming anybody.
Harry,
yeah, he's minimum top 6. I'm gonna go 5, but I think he's minimum top 6.
Corey,
what's up?
What's the number, Corey? You said top 5. What's the number? What number is it?
I got him top 2. Like,
top 2.
I mean,
okay.
Only person to me he better that I can say like 100% and like definitively better than him is Patrick Mahomes. That's it. And he got to win versus him. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, people can tell me all they want about the talent, this, that, and third. Like, I mean, Joe Burrow got a lot of talent too. Oh, he don't got an offensive line. Well, I mean, everything got to get perfect. I saw last year we had the worst defense in the history of the league, and Hurts won 11 games with that defense. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamar Chase, they making big money. T. Higgins making big money. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Burrow can't win you 10 games. I mean, everybody want to hype up our defense. Like, let's be real. Our defense was great this year, but we ain't have no Von Millers out there, no Brian Dawkins. We had a whole bunch of guys that bought into a system that came together and played well. We had Jalen Carter, two rookies that played at an elite level, and a bunch of guys that overachieved. Like, let's be real.
Jason, so you got him 4. You said,
yeah, I'll go 4 for right now.
Okay, who's the 3 ahead of him?
The 3, I'll go with Mahomes, and I would still go Allen and maybe Lamar.
Okay, and Harry, you got him 6.
I said he's minimum top 6, but I'll go. He's 5. He's 5th for me.
5th
for me.
Who are the other 4?
Honestly, that's just based on kind of how football ranks people. I think that he deserves to be 1 based on how we look at the NBA and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, Giannis is the best player in the world because they won the championship. Dirk's the best player in the world because they won the championship. It's like he played the best of anybody that you could ask for, basically. He had a great Super Bowl. Shows up when second time in a row that he showed up when you need him the most, and he's the champion, right? So it's like, as far as I'm concerned, you could call him that the champ until he has a shitty game, I guess. Next year, and then he's back to 4, back to 5, whatever. But the reason I say 5 is because I think I do think Burrow, Lamar, Josh, and Patrick all have just more arm talent than Jalen does naturally. He overcomes in other ways, so you can still argue on paper or whatever. Those other guys are better, but Jaden Daniels is the sneaky guy that it's like, what's up with him? But
so okay, now look, now Harry are here wishy-washy, and Kate. Jason can sleep on my couch anytime that he needs a place to stay. You ain't gonna bully me up here with your little Buffalo Bills love, all right? I hear Jason gets great foot rubs. You can stay here as long as you need a place to stay, Jason. Don't let this woman try to drag you down. Now Harry out here switching sides and pontificating. Jalen Hurts is the second best quarterback in the NFL because he is, and because of what Harry said, because to be the best, you got to beat the best. Now, I know that Joe Burrow looks real sexy throwing that thing around. And when he gets cooking, oh, man, is he on fire. He didn't look on fire when he's out here in Philadelphia, and we weren't a 10-win team at the point. You know what I mean? I saw Jalen Hurts throwing daggers and deep bombs all over the field against that team, doing what he needed to do. I saw Jalen Hurts go up against Josh Allen in overtime, put the team on his back. I didn't see the defense coming through helping nobody. Jake Elliott, thank you for your service, kicking that kick and taking it to overtime. I appreciate you in the driving rain. I don't forget. But I do think my quarterback came through and Cam Newton or somebody. Lamar. Lamar Jackson is 24-2 against the NFC. Unless he's playing Jalen Hurts. I mean, I'm just saying. You gotta. Okay. So when you go play Patrick Mahomes and you lose to Patrick Mahomes, you say, well, everybody loses to Patrick Mahomes, other than Joe Burrow that one time. And when he got to the Super Bowl, did he lose to Tom Brady in that Super Bowl?
Nah.
No.
Nope.
Who did he lose to?
Matthew Stafford.
And you, real quick, what's so crazy about the whole Joe Burrow argument, what I don't get is Joe Burrow, the only guy that I know that can live off that one Super Bowl victory. Like Hurts went to the Super Bowl the next year, and they were saying that he still has something to prove. People still bring up Joe Burrow going to the Super Bowl 6 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, however long it was.
And mind you, at that point, Joe Burrow's team was racked up. They had a really strong defense. They had Nixon. They had a good running game. They had all the talent in the world. It's not our fault that the Bengals are broke back mountain and can't afford to keep people together. That's not my problem. But at that time, he was stacked up. He had a full squad. So, personal problem. Now, back to my story. He went there and lost to Stafford. He let Stafford get on this elite level. So, it's not like you had to beat Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT. They had to beat Tom Brady in Tampa Bay, a GOAT. You couldn't beat Matthew Stafford. Okay? Fuck you. You're not the GOAT. Then, and Kate, Josh Allen, Lamar. Their balls fucking go up into their fucking chin every time Patrick Mahomes. They are winning these games. They're ball-chinians. They're winning these games. And on the last drive, they fumble, stumble, throw an interception, they're Donovan McNabb under pressure. They just puke all over the field. The game is right there in your hands, and you can't close the deal. My guy went out there and lost to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Everybody on God's green earth will tell you that he outplayed that man. So if you tell me he's not throwing 4,000 yards at the greatest moments, he plays his greatest game. And he does what is required of him. If he's required to run for 300 yards, that's what he'll do. If he's required to pass for 300 yards, that's what he'll do. If he's required to do whatever, he will get it done. That's the difference. He has the gravitas in those big moments to stand up and do his job. He had a turnover for a touchdown, one mistake. He came right back and played perfect the whole rest of the game. And a fugazi call let us down in the end. Then he comes back in the Super Bowl again. The defense is balling. The same people that are crying that we have 7 holes missing on this team forgot that to start the season, we were missing 7 guys on defensive starters, and how we had to go out here and plug and play, get random dudes in here, and it just happened to work out because we actually got a coach that knows how to coach the system that Howie really wants. So the defense, nobody thought this defense was going to be a juggernaut. You know who you said? Jalen Hurts better stop messing this up. You better stop having these turnovers. What did he do? Stop having turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
The offensive line came in and said, we better run this ball because our coach is a pass-happy doofus sometimes. I'm sorry, Nick. Can't talk about you like that no more. You're a champion. You're my coach. Thank you. I apologize.
I'm proud of you.
I'm a doofus. You got yourself together. But Jalen Hurts, under pressure, is one of the best, most clutch players in the NFL. And until Allen or Lamar, Burrow, because you got to give him that, right, Corey? Because everybody gives Burrow the pass because he did it one time. Until these dudes can get past one of them or each other even. Josh has got Lamar's number. At least he's like, I got you. I can get you, dog. You can't come over here. And Lamar can get everybody else, but Allen and my quarterback is number 2, only because he doesn't have 3 rings. He's only got 1 ring. And I'm giving respect for championships.
Right.
My Super Bowl MVP quarterback,
even though
even
though it should be 2-2, but we ain't.
Yeah. I agree.
We got to keep the numbers the same. So I know that it's not going to be that way, but he is the second best quarterback in the NFL, and I'll be damn sure unapologetic by putting him first this year because of what Harry said.
Did you see Spags talking about him the other day on that podcast? Talking about how all their main goal was to not allow the Eagles to run the ball, not allow them to be two-dimensional. They want to force them to throw the ball. And then he was like, Hurts just had every answer. No matter what they did, Hurts got every first down, whether throwing the ball or running the ball.
Corey, you hear that?
Yeah.
That was Spagnola. That was the defensive guru. The guy Spags is going to confuse him. Spags is going to, it's diabolical. Josh Allen, he can't dissect it.
I
Joshy. Oh,
I get it. Like, he don't put up the gaudy numbers and he ain't throwing for the 300 yards every game that everybody want to see. But I mean, like, that, I feel like that's just like a mind fixated that like people's like made like, oh, this, you can only be good if the guy does this. Like, no, man. Like, we play to win football games.
Right.
Get Jordan Duck, as Black Gritty said.
Mm-hmm.
Right, what was
Hell
Daly's
yes.
quote? Just because we don't doesn't mean that we can't.
yep.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Like,
So look, all I know is I'm starting to tell the ladies I sound like Shannon Sharp. You know what I mean? I'm like, look, on top, drop your top, sloppy top, Eagles in 5.
Oh.
Jalen Hurts is just a great quarterback, and it's fun to play the game. And everybody's going to put them where they are. You know, Chris Sims is going to come out to try and get his clicks and get his numbers up, and it's fine. It's totally fine. You do what you got to do. But right now, everybody's going to be hunting Eagles. You know, we get to play Kate's team this year. We got
Tough schedule.
Yeah. We got a lot of big games coming up, and we're going to find out how much the defense is versus the offense, and you will see the answer to what Jason just said about Jalen Hurts. Okay, quote unquote, the defense is taking a step back. The offense is still loaded for bear. Are you going to run the ball? Are you going to pass the ball? Jalen Hurts is going to try to win the game.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed about him. I think that his growth without Kelsey, play calling, his audibles, picking up the blitzes, them having an answer for that was just underestimated. It's underappreciated. And when you see the mic'd up and you hear him say, "Hey, Saquon, get on his side," flips the play direction. Like he's reading the defense. He's not reading it the way Peyton Manning does. He's not cutting it up, but he is getting the players in the right position to run the plays to which he feels is going to work out. And heaven forbid, plays work out, he doesn't get credit. But that's what happens when you're great. Everybody
that's a takeaway from Jalen, but I'll shout out to Saquon too, because there was a couple of those mic'd ups where Jalen was about to audible the play, and Saquon was like, "Nah, like trust what we're about to do." And it's just another, again, it's not to take away from Jalen. It's just me to highlight our team and like how great of a roster we have. So shout out to Saquon too for that.
Because it does take a team, and it does take everybody. And again, some of those audibles are your quarterback's coach or your play caller in your ear saying, "Hey, if you see this, get that." Right. And vice versa. Or like,
but Jalen he learns from these moments for sure.
And like when you saw, Nick should get credit for the dagger play. Hey, right here, I want it now. Like, I don't care. Call it. They're like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Bitch, what I say?" I got 5 seconds to get this play in here. So it is a collaborative effort. It is a team effort, and we are world champions. And I am going to be on this high horse all off season. I'm not taking no shorts from nobody. I can't call the afternoon show no more. So at least I got Corey in there holding it down for me. For all the Jalen haters out there on the airways, it's crazy to get paid in the city to hate on your own squad, but it is what it is.
It's crazy.
So, did you see the Morris brother talking about Daryl Morey today?
Yep.
No, god damn it.
So
I did.
I don't have it queued up, but the gist of it is he traded me for a bag of chips. He's microwaving these teams like he's playing a video game, and he doesn't let teams gel and build. He gets in guys, he gets out guys, and he thinks he's making all these moves. He's trying to make splash moves, but he's not building a team. He's just making moves to make moves. And then he says, "We're going to be a championship team." You have 10 new guys on the team, and you bring in a new coach, and then you get rid of 3 of the guys that you brought in. How is that championship caliber? He lied to me. He's a loser. He's fat and overweight like Brad Gritty, and he breathes heavy. I said, "Damn, why I get into it? What I do?" I was like, "What I do?" You know what I mean? I like the Morris brothers. You know what I mean? They twins. I like twins. But he ripped him a new one. I appreciate it. Corey, how are you in Sixers fandom? I know you're out there in Ohio.
I'm actually not a Sixers fan, but I mean, I follow the team. Like, I mean, y'all probably gonna laugh, but I'm actually a Lakers fan because I'm a big Kobe guy. You know that. So
yep.
But I follow the Sixers, and like I've always said this about Daryl Morey. I mean, one thing about Daryl Morey is like when he came from Houston, and it's like you did everything to get James Harden to the Sixers, right?
Yes.
And then your own guy, James Harden, the guy you had a whole mural of in your office in your house, picture you and him hugging. This guy was in France at Fashion Week talking about Daryl Morey is a liar. Don't believe anything he said. He said it twice. So that's supposed to be your guy. Like, this ain't just like this ain't no Morris twin. This is your guy that you said was supposed to be the perfect player for your system, and the guy you want to build around called you a liar. So it's like when you do that, and then it's like I was never a big Ben Simmons guy, but it's like I see the way that him and Doc, like, they tried to put all the problems on Embiid. Like, oh, is this guy Doc? Come on, I don't know if we can win with Ben Simmons as our point guard, and then you try to backtrack it. It's like, dude, like you know, and like I know this kind of changing the topic, but like them Commander fans, y'all, it's all good now, but y'all see the way Josh Harris runs systems.
Ooh, yes.
Like, be prepared.
That's why I glazed over when Harry said, Daniels, I got a whole spiel.
I mean, fuck the Commanders and fuck Jaden Daniels, but you know, I'm just saying.
So, Jason, did you hear the conversation today? I know Harry didn't get to hear it.
Yeah, and so the basis was they said that Daryl uses AI to help build his team. So
oh my God.
Like, even if you do that, like you don't tell nobody that. Like, that's what you keep in your house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you do some wild stuff in your house, you don't tell everybody.
Right. You got a podcast about that, then you tell them.
Yep.
Right? Like
Hey,
yeah,
yo,
so
yo. I mean, those turtles signed a consent form. So what we did on my free time, you know what I mean? I put on little Ninja Turtles to get them going, and we ain't talking to see. What you was talking about? Yeah, my bad.
right. So I mean, history has proven Morey doesn't know how to build a winner, right? He can get close, but he doesn't know how to build a true winner, and it's because he does trust too much of the numbers. I think the numbers are a great tool. You should use numbers, but building a team has a lot more to do with the team coming together. Like whichever Morris twin that was he was talking about. I can never remember which one is which. But he's right. Even though he was definitely pissed off at Daryl, just like Harden was, right? Like, you could tell there was a little bit of bitterness too about it, but rightfully so.
And Harry, I didn't get to read this either, but Hayes, what's the guy, the reporter?
Marcus
Hayes. Marcus Hayes got a scathing article out too, just ripping Morey like so.
Yeah,
Harry,
I saw that.
Harry, it's about to okay. So I didn't get to read that yet. Did you read it, Harry?
I saw some highlights of it. Nothing. I don't really like Marcus Hayes, so I don't really.
I don't like Marcus Hayes either.
I read it
this one.
I don't like Marcus Hayes, and I mean, I get it. Like, he always, but I read the article. I think he did an article about CJ last week too.
Oh my God.
So first of all, let me get into this before I get into Corey for real. See, Corey, I asked him this question, like, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what's going on. Nick, you tapped into the city. You know more what's going on than I know today, because I was running around. You know what I mean, one pound puppy. The Corey, like, I don't really know nothing, but let me tell you what happened. So A, B, C, right? And I'm saying in the article when I read it, you know what I mean? Because I'm up early. Shut up, Corey. I don't really know nothing, but I know everything. So about your punk ass Lakers. Now, I'm currently a Lakers fan because I'm a LeBron guy.
Oh my God!
Wherever
Shut
you
the
go,
shit up!
Wherever you go,
A Lakers fan?
I'm a LeBron fan. So
you can still be a LeBron fan.
I gotta watch them win. I gotta watch them play. So again, how Corey knows about the Sixers, I know about the Lakers. And I don't want to know about the Lakers. I know one thing. I'm not a Kobe guy. I'm not a Kobe guy. Oh, so Corey, I want to fight you about being a Kobe guy. Okay. Is Kobe the greatest Laker, Corey?
The greatest Laker?
Yeah.
Of course.
Corey,
I mean, that's an argument.
So, were you a Lakers fan before Kobe? You were a Kobe guy. You became a Lakers fan.
So this was crazy. So my dad's from Allentown, PA. So
okay.
like, I have cousins and stuff that lived there and all that stuff too. So growing up, it was always, Kobe versus AI debate, right? So I used to, like, beginning early on in the career, AI was better. Clearly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if AI played with Shaq, he would have 3 chips and all that. So like, I've been through all them arguments, So it made me like not like the Sixers more. And my dad liked the Sixers too. So it's like
oh man.
My dad before, but me, like, so he looked at me like, yeah, you root for the Lakers because of Kobe, but I just rolled ever since. I mean, I know about Magic and all that, but like I wasn't old enough to like watch them play. You know what I'm saying? And even LeBron, like I respect his game. I like everything LeBron do on the court. I respect all that. Like I give him all his accolades. I just don't like LeBron as a person and how he operates. That's my issue with him.
To be a Kobe guy, say
don't no soliloquies. No.
You don't like LeBron as a person?
To be a Kobe guy and say that is wild.
Corey, tell me you don't like.
He didn't say he's a bad person. He just said he didn't like him. Bro.
Harry, I'm talking to Corey right now. Don't make me find your little punk ass MJ. I'm talking to Corey right now. Look now, Corey, you don't like him as a person. The guy.
Let me clear that. Let me clear that.
Raised his family.
Oh
The
my
guy
god.
went to school.
Let me clear that.
He
Like,
does the
him as
cha-cha
a
on Saturday Night Live. Corey,
Day,
a black man. Corey. He ain't got caught doing no cocaine, no high-speed car chases.
Corey's like, this is why I call the afternoon show.
Corey. Kobe Bean Bryant didn't talk to his parents. He hardly talked to his wife for 2 years. Had to buy her a Canary Yellow. I ain't gonna say why. He out there rapping about Shaq rapping about him as a person, Corey, as a person. And then only when he retired and his daughters got old enough did he become the respectable, kind-hearted, helpful Kobe Bryant. Before that, it was. I want to be MJ so bad. I gotta hate everybody and not have no friends besides Pau Gasol because he speaks another language. Corey, as a person, Corey, I can't accept that. And
so look, so let me get it.
I'm gonna wrap it up for you. I'm gonna let you talk, but let me fit you. I'll allow you to be the Kobe guy because of your age and content consumption. But let me tell you, he is not the greatest Laker of all time. I'm not even saying that's LeBron James, but it is not Kobe Bean Bryant, the guy that came off the bench for 2 years after some punk, I don't even remember his name, in the finals. Okay, then go ahead, Corey.
Look, this the thing with LeBron. So when I say like obviously LeBron great dad, all that, I'm talking about just the way he operates himself as like an NBA player, like not his game, but just the way. Like I'm from Ohio, right? I saw like when LeBron left him with the Miami and the way it happened, like everybody went, oh, this Dan Gilbert and all, like that's all hogwash. Like LeBron was controlling stuff with that team. You see how like
I love it.
Miami, right? Pat Riley still ran the team. It still wasn't good enough for him, right? You got D-Wade, you got Bosh, but you know, Pat Riley still saying you're gonna do it my way. It still wasn't good enough for him. What do? He run back to Cleveland. Then it's like all stacking the team and all that. Like, oh, like this Kyrie not good enough. We gotta trade Andrew Wiggins and get Kevin Love. Now these dudes ain't good enough. Now I gotta go to this team, trade these guys. It's just I just don't vibe with that. Like LeBron is great. The way he play is great. I'm not criticizing him. Top 3 player all time. I just don't vibe with how he operated his career. That's all.
Corey, so let me ask you a question because I gotta make sure I write it down.
Me neither, Corey. Me neither, bro.
He's an MJ guy, Corey. So he ain't with you either. So he on the low. Don't let him try to slide in.
We're close, pretty close.
Don't slide in with you, Corey. He'll put you ass in the front if it was his conversation right now. Don't let him slide with you, Corey. But let me ask you a question. How many championships did Pat Riley win after LeBron left when it was his Red Highway?
0.
Okay, cool.
What about before?
Had the Cleveland Cavaliers won without LeBron James?
No, my God.
0.
How many times have they been to the NBA Finals without LeBron James?
0.
Okay, so I would say, Corey, that as a businessman, personally, he's an excellent businessman. Not only does he know where to move and relocate, how to buy property, but he also knows how to hire employees. And
my God. Employees, you said.
Kevin Love and Kyrie would have been good enough if they could have kept their broke back ass mountains on the court instead of getting injured on top and leaving Lunch Me Dellavedova out there to get worked by Wardell, who only put up 6 points and couldn't even get Finals MVP when it should have been LeBron James lose ever. LeBron James as a person, Corey, I will not allow the slander. He is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. It's definitely not Kobe Bryant. I'll accept the arguments about MJ all the time, except for the fact that he doesn't have no championships. You tell me something, but the other guys have.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, he definitely is coming in 4th or 5th. Kobe Bryant ain't even above Tim Duncan. Okay,
Nah, that's disrespectful, but okay.
Ooh.
Corey, how many rings does Tim Duncan have?
5.
How many? Honest to God, reasonable question. How many of those rings is Tim Duncan responsible for?
5.
How many rings does Kobe Bryant have?
5.
How many of those rings is he responsible for?
5.
3. Talking about 5 rings. He came off the bench. He played 8 minutes.
Hey,
he's 18 years old. He didn't play.
4.
He got 5. He got 5.
Finals. He didn't play, Corey. He was off the bench. How can you give him? I'm saying credit for him as a driving force. Those first 2 rings were Shaq's. The 3rd ring, I'll even give it to him.
You say those first 2 rings with Shaq, right? Why Shaq ain't win when he was in Orlando when he had Penny Hardaway?
Because he didn't have Phil Jackson, who was the reason that Michael Jordan has all the rings he has.
Nope, stop.
Kobe Bryant never went to an NBA Finals without Phil Jackson. He sure as fuck never won one without him. So Phil Jackson is the key. The triangle offense is the key. And that's why Shaq got over the hump. Shaq, as a baby, beat Michael Jordan's bitch ass.
Oh, my God.
He did, though. What do you mean?
He didn't play basebal for a whole year. Oh, my God. That's like...
Because he's a quitter. That's another reason why he ain't
You're taking
multiple
times. Places.
Couldn't handle the pressure, and he quit. I'm just saying. Shaq, with Penny, a young baby, beat Jordan, and then he went over there with Phil in the triangle offense. That's why
Jordan got a year older and spanked him the next year. So about that?
He did. Again, your guy sucks.
What's his ass?
Kobe Bryant is only responsible for 3 of them rings, Corey. Not all 5. Tim Duncan's responsible for, and if I want to be honest about Tim Duncan, he's responsible for the first 4. The last one, it was a collective Ginobili, like everybody, like the whole team was out there rocking. And I mean, they were playing against baby LeBron, and they went 5-on-1, and they just, I have to give them credit for that as a team. The 5th one, his last one, that wasn't his ring. He wasn't the big Aristotle, the dominant, so he gets 4. Corey, 3 rings, Corey. He's got of his own. He's got 5, but 3 of them is like, man, Kobe Bryant. The last 2 back to back, that's a lot of respect on that. Even though people try to act like Odom was trash and Bynum wasn't who he was when he was playing. Like Fisher was Fisher out there fishing, banging people's wives.
Oh my God.
And Phil Jackson got 92 rings. Phil Jackson is the upgraded Pat Riley. Pat Riley, everywhere he went, he won. So shut up, Corey. As a person, I'm so mad at you. This is why I don't myself. This is disrespectful and childish.
Oh my God.
Childish, Corey. You're childish. Phillies played 9 days, guys.
Who's the best Laker? Who's the best Laker?
Who's the best Laker?
I'm saying, like, what's the answer now after all that?
The answer is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'll take a Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
I was just gonna say Magic. That's all. You said you take it.
So my problem with Magic was the last one when he was kind of old. It was again a team effort. I mean that last one.
Yeah, he was a rookie when Kareem was hurt, right? First year.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
So my only pushback with that, I know we gotta get to the Phillies, is that Kareem played for the Lakers for what, 3 years before Magic got there, and he ain't win. Right? So Magic got there, and then they won.
And Kareem got hurt, right?
Kareem also played for the Milwaukee Bucks where he won. He didn't win with the Lakers until Magic Johnson got there. So that's all. If you say Magic Johnson, I'm not going to argue with that.
So I would give more credence to that if he didn't win in Milwaukee. So if he
with Oscar Robertson though.
If he showed me he couldn't win, but I'm saying if he was proven like as a non-winner guy, like he can't win, and then he comes there and he's like, oh well, you couldn't even win till you got Magic. I'm like, see, you couldn't even win without Magic.
And it's a crazy thing right here. Nobody talk about that Game 7 versus the Sixers. Kareem got hurt, and so I'm saying, I mean,
I know. I put them 1-2, and again, this is me not being a full. I was 3 years old, Corey. I didn't see it. I go by stuff that my dad and my uncle tell me. My uncle and my dad, they used to drive Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain around. They took him to AAU games. Like they used to pick Wilt up and take him to practice, drive him to the train station, pick him up from New York. So I hear all the inside baseball about how Kareem in high school had that, it was so dominant, he had to sign in under other kids' names because they would stop him from playing places. Like they wouldn't even allow him to go to tournaments and go to games because that's how good he was. Like back then they were trying to block him from being and stuff. So again, my brain is built up to be, 30,000 points, leading scorer of all time, being blocked by the league because he's Muslim and all the things he's got going on, all this personal stuff. So I put him up in there. Magic Johnson was the face of the league. I understand. So I them 1-2, like I would never, I would make Kobe 3. I wouldn't even put Shaq as it's crazy too, because I'm trying to give Shaq the credit for the rings. I'm not even putting Shaq above Kobe as the greatest Laker because again, got to give Kobe that credit of the 20 years of being there, the longevity. He wanted out. He didn't go out. He left, didn't leave. I mean, he didn't leave. He stayed. So he gets extra credit for that too. So he's third greatest Laker of all time, above everybody else you can think of. And if you want to put Magic over Kareem over Magic 1-2, it is what it is. But as a person, Corey, I can't
oh my God,
I can't stand you. That was the worst thing I heard all week, and it's only Tuesday. As a person.
Yo, I felt like a kid scared to ask to get up from the table.
yeah.
So hard. I'm like, I have points to make, but there's no time. I can't get in here.
Well, we got time. I just like Corey. If you listen to Shorty Time, I just like yelling at people.
Oh no, I all the time. I know how you operate. I know. I just say this in the parts. Kobe third is wild, but
again, and the best part about that is I'm not like some people where I say, I have to be right, and now I'm going to hang up on you, Corey, because
exactly.
The highway. I know Corey don't go to sleep at night talk about fuck Black Gritty bitch ass. I tell you what, ain't nobody saying that shit about nobody else. Ain't nobody else out here. Magic, would you give me A's, bitch? What you want?
Showtime. They say Showtime. That's Magic. They say Showtime.
Anywho, what were we talking about? Baseball. 9 day Phillies. Corey, do you watch baseball? I know you might not be a
Phillies
fan. What's your baseball team?
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Hell yes.
4,
Hell
2,
yes.
4. Corey out here, I mean, I don't know about the six, but let me tell you everything about it. 7. Yeah, I mean, Corey out here giving Magic Johnson stats. Well, when the Lakers played the six. Shut up, Corey. Can't stand it. But the Phillies will be rocking in 9 days. We are all Phillies fans. Harry, are you going to be one of those wake me up when the postseason comes people? Or are you going to be one of those, I'm happy that the baseball season is starting? Where you at, Harry?
I'm happy the baseball season is starting. I do think that I'm approaching this year like, all right, we've had a few in a row, like kind of magical and then really sad like years. So I'm kind of more so approaching this kind of the way that I felt when we won the Super Bowl this year, which is that this is who we are now. We're a team that should be good. We should be beating the shit out of bad teams. We should be competing, if not winning the division. As far as I'm concerned, Juan Soto to the Mets, like whatever. They lost their oh my God guy, their little oh my God. So they lost somebody, you know what I mean? So we should still win the division. I'm gonna look at them realistically all year, and like we've talked about in the show before, our window's closing. These guys are getting older. Topper's running out of a leash. So this is kind of like a make or break year a little bit in some ways, but I'm not gonna wait till the playoffs. It's a great team. Phillies baseball has come back the last few years. It's exciting. Summertime, at Citizens Bank. I'm gonna enjoy the year.
Jason.
Yeah, win the division, don't win the division. I don't actually really care if they win it or not, to be honest, because at this point it's time to put up or shut up. Are they going to win the whole thing or are they not? So the pressure's on them this year to perform when it matters most. They keep getting to the dance, but then when they get there, they choke. And it's time now to come through. The city's got good vibes, the energy, everybody's behind them, and it's time for them to put up or shut up.
Corey.
So this how I feel. I mean, like if you look at the Phillies, like it's funny because they've progressively gotten better in the regular season since they went to the World Series, but in the postseason, they progressively gotten worse. So it's like they like the year we went, they only won like 84, 85 games.
Yep.
Last year, every year they gotten better in the regular season, but then the postseason we've gotten eliminated a round earlier. So the way I view it is like, I mean, they pretty much ran it back with the same roster. I know they traded with that for the pitcher for the Marlins. It's like it's put up or shut up this year. Like I don't want to hear, oh, we know we got. I don't want to hear no talking from them. I don't want to hear, Bryce, you on first base, Trey Turner, you the leadoff guy. Like, all right, y'all do that, but y'all gotta win. Like, I'm in, NLCS. or bust. Like I give it, the Dodgers might be the best team, but I'm not worried about the Mets. I'm not worried about the Braves. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not worried about, you know, none of them teams. Like we got the talent with, you know, to get to NLCS. Now I'm not, if they lose to the Dodgers, cool. But y'all better not lose to the Diamondbacks. Y'all better not lose to Baltimore. Like I'm not trying to see y'all lose to none of them teams, man. And that's how I feel.
So I am going to treat this the same way I treated the Flyers. I just watch Flyers games. I don't tweet about them. I don't get mad about them. I get excited from like a Mishkov play, and I'm like, "Oh, look at that rookie! Look what he do." I watch the game saying to myself, in 6 years when we're hopefully good, I can say, I remember watching Mishkov as a rookie. I enjoy this, and I'm not angry. I don't get upset. And they made all these trades, and we're back to losing again. I don't care. I'm just consuming it. That's how I'm going into this baseball season. And this is the last season that the Phillies get this from me before it turns into Sixers land. Corey said it very succinctly. You're better every year, but you're getting worse every postseason. I prefer the opposite.
Yes.
So since I can't get the opposite, you winning a lot of games, I'm going to go to games this summer. I'm going to watch games this summer. It's going to be 84 degrees. I'm going to have the windows open. My ball's going to be out on the couch. I'm going to be eating some chips. And I'm going to say, dang it, Schwarbaum. And I'm going to be like, woo, woo, woo. And I'll be happy. I'm going to enjoy myself and my summer.
All right, don't sleep on Black Birdie's couch.
That's right.
Yes.
Look. I'm just saying, I'll put a cover down for you. You know what I mean? So I'll enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the season. I'm not going to put this whole, you better win. I'm just trying to enjoy it. But once Red October comes and I start screaming my head off and my blood pressure's high, it's do or die now. Because if we don't, like Corey said, I'll take NLCS. I'll take a deep run and beating the teams you're supposed to beat. If you lose to a Fugazi team, it's Joel Embiid time. I'm sorry. Like, and I know Joel Embiid never got to a finals. That's the only reason they haven't gotten that feeling from us yet. I know a lot of people have this vibe, but they did go to the World Series. They did go to the championship game. They did, you know what I mean? Like, but again, now this time if you get knocked out in the playoff round, I'm like, in the wild card round, I'm like, hey, bro, somebody got to get set on fire. And I thank you, Bryce, for choosing me. But bitch, Panda Express is about to close down on your ass. I don't care what kind of cleats you wear. I don't care that you're the sexiest man in baseball. And I don't care that you got a lovely lion's mane that men would kill for, especially bald men like myself. You better get it done this year. But again, I'm going to try to just enjoy the regular season and take it day by day, game by game, and not jump off a cliff, because I want to have faith and hope in my team. Same way we do with the Eagles. Like at this point, I don't care about the retooling. It's Super Bowl or bust. Last year, everybody, so many people said it wasn't Super Bowl or bust, and now they're talking about how he's destroying the team. We could never. You said it wasn't Super Bowl or bust last year. Now you want to go out here and act and cry about all this stuff. But for the Phillies and for the Eagles, they're in contention every year. It is championship or bust. And depending on how you go out there and where you get at, how you perform, we will riot. We will riot.
The thing with the Phillies too, just real quick, like Bryce Harper, like he's a great player, like he's the greatest player on the team, like, but it's like we can't put so much pressure on him. Like these other dudes, like Trey Turner, you making all this money, like I need you. You know, everybody told me you got the prettiest slide and all that. Like I need you to hit the baseball. Nick Castellanos, I need the Nick Castellanos that showed up in the second half of the season last year. I need Ranger Suarez. I need you. I get it. You got hurt and all that. I need you, like you was looking like, you know, Roger Clemens, you beginning of the year, and then towards the end of the year, you looking like Taijuan Walker. Like, I need you to be consistent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these other guys make money too. Schwarber, I mean, you're great, Schwarbaum. You gonna be hitting in the 4 or 5 hole this year. Don't pout. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't pout. Alec Bone, you bet not pout. Because we brought you back. You shouldn't even been here. You was crying last year. You was all-star last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need these dudes to produce in the lineup. Bryson Stott, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I need you to produce.
100%.
Second of all, real quick, E. Proctor, appreciate your comments. This is a Black Gritty jersey, but it is a Harriman's number. 70% of your comments are good. Some of them don't be talking crazy because I will smack you through this camera. I ain't talking about. Duncan's first ring.
Avery Johnson.
And you know damn well. Yeah, I tell you what, I hate until like 10 years ago, I hated Greg Popovich because he did the sneakiest diss track shit ever. I'm the GM. Man, y'all, I know we're about to have a lockout. My coach is shitty. You're fired because we got
that's funny.
And I'm gonna get Tim Duncan. I'm gonna put 2 twin towers up in here, and I'm gonna run the table. And then he turned into a great coach. But I was like, man, that's some slimy work you just did right there.
Tim Kelly stuff.
Yeah, Tim Duncan and the Admiral and a shortened season. Let me go to work. You know what I mean? Let me go to work.
As the GM, he had to hire the best guy for the job.
Yeah. See, some people would have said some bitch ass dumb shit like, I don't like Greg Popovich as a person, and pulled that slimy move. You see how that feel, Corey? That's how that feel, Corey. As a person.
Oh my god.
Anyway, back to the. I'm sorry. I apologize. See, your problem. Yeah. Commenting. Keep commenting. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the views. Don't leave me. I appreciate it. Thank you. I can yell at Corey. Corey can't go nowhere. But the viewer line. Y'all. I love y'all. We respect y'all. Shut the fuck up. I need health and wealth. Corey's right. I need health and wealth. Trey Turner was on fire to start last season. He was everything I wanted, everything I needed. Say yeah. That dude was hitting the ball over the park. Hey, Corey, his slide boy. I tell you what, if I was a woman, I might have got pregnant watching that bitch. He kept coming. I was like, God, I'm busting open for him, boy. It was so great. I don't even know what's going on. He was stealing bases. Everything was great. He gets injured, comes off the injury, the hamstring dragged out. He starts, doesn't start, and he just fell apart. Stopped the same thing. Get injured, comes back, not the same. And I'm just like, man, we need the Eagles training staff for the Phillies because injuries is what derails our momentum every single time. Bryce gets dinged up. You got to come back. But Trey Turner, if I can get that Trey Turner to start of the season last year, my goodness gracious, Corey, he was worth every penny for the first 2 months of baseball, and he just never got back on the track. He just never did. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we just stay healthy, brother, because that's what we need. And also, at the trade deadline,
do something.
Can I get some pepper in the salt?
And I know
not know Austin Hayes exactly.
Corey. I want somebody named Astanistan, Bakistan, Makistan. I need somebody. I need Chaz Jizzle. I need something.
Exactly.
I need somebody darker than the other side of the moon.
Right. And Austin's.
Yep. We got a Rodriguez in the minors though, looking pretty good or something.
I'll take some salsa music.
I'll take some
Bryce. Can we let somebody have an aux cord, Bryce? I'm tired of listening to country. God damn, brother. Can we get a little hip hop in this? Some salsa music? Bryce got control the aux cord on that team, and I'm just saying it is looking very Caucasian. That's all I'm saying. I need a little bit of pepper with all that salt. Besides the pitching, of course. The pitching, they love.
Let's get some more Zacks in there in the pitching stuff.
Right? So, but yeah, I believe in the Phillies.
Andrew Painter, dude, that's gonna be the midseason acquisition right there.
Maybe so.
That's what they'll sell us when they don't trade for it.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna say they tried.
Yep.
They're not gonna
oh my gosh.
They're gonna leave you. I'm not gonna overpay and all that bull crap. Like, I mean, I get it. Don't overpay for somebody, but if you trying to
overpay, I want to win.
Don't sell.
Give me Mason Miller.
Yeah. I know the show's fucked up when I'm the positive one. I know it's all gone wrong when I'm out here just trying to be positive. Because remember, that's Harry's job, and Jason, for the most part, Jason's been coming to the dark side here. Harry.
I know.
Leaving you, Harry.
I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I only want whites that throw 104. That's the only whites I want. If we're gonna get any more whites, that's it.
Exciting whites.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. If the whites are excited, I'm all over it. But I'm just like, I need something. I need something spicy at the trade deadline. Is all I'm saying.
There's a red hat joke you can make somewhere about the Phillies if you really
hey,
want
look,
to.
I'm trying. I'm not trying to pre-cancel. That's why I said the aux cord and salt and pepper. I'm trying real hard to keep it. I'm trying real hard not to keep it Agent Orange out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything but Corey. You know what I mean? Everything but. You know what I really need, Corey? Make sure that they're good persons. You know?
That's the problem. They too good.
They're too good. Yeah, we need some.
Yeah, there's some good old boys. Never mean no harm. All you ever all been in trouble with the law since the day he was born. So Corey, are you on anything besides Twitter? Are you on Instagram? You out here in the streets?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna get all Corey's links and I'm gonna put them in the description.
I'm the same on everything. Real quick.
Okay, real quick. So you know it's him because it's real. You know what I mean? He got real in his name. You see what I'm saying?
Keep it real. No play.
No play.
So Corey, I'm gonna let you know some inside baseball that don't matter about nothing. So, Corey, if you got a lady, Corey, and I meet her, if something ever happened to you, I'm the backup player. Just so you know, Corey, I'm a lot of people's backup plans. You know what I mean? Hopefully, nothing ever happens to you. But I'm just saying that so you understand the preference. Now, Jason here has a lovely lady at home. She's been in the comments. Kate, she is a Buffalo Bills fan. She's up there, born bred. You know, it is respectable of her to love her team the way she does. She also accepts the Philadelphia Eagles as a backup squad, and I appreciate her. I appreciate her comment. But I will say this. Her man be on the show. I didn't see her commenting when Harry's not on. But every time shirtless mustache, sexy long hair Harry with the muscle, you know what I mean? Young pup Harry come on. Corey, his lady be all up in the comments. She ain't been on the show for 3 weeks. Corey. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Harry show up. Corey show up. Couple 30-something-year-old pups show up, and now that kid all in the comments. You know, me, Fit Dad, and Jason, some old dogs. Oh, she don't care about nothing. Okay?
Oh no, Fit Dad gets her on too.
Fit Dad. Yeah, Fit Dad got the numbers. You know what I mean? He be taking his shirt off too. See, it's something about taking their shirt off, and Corey's big old bright smile out here got her shirt on for the business. You know what I'm saying? Corey, you ain't shit. I'll tell you that. We're going to tone the smile back down. You sit there and going grump on me as a person. I can't stand you. Yep. So I'm going to have Corey's, the real Corey Rob, linked up in there. Corey from Ohio, WIP. Caller took my spot. He's number one in the afternoons. If they start with anybody else, I'm changing the dial because I only tune in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming on, brother. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. I enjoyed myself. Great conversation and all that.
We'll bring you back when we have the actual real MJ, Kobe, LeBron as being the greatest when he has 60,000 points as a basketball player. Maybe one day when
he still won't be the GOAT.
Already the GOAT.
Nope.
Jason, appreciate you coming out here.
I'll let you know Kate's new batting order. You know,
getting
dropped in the lineup.
You getting sunk down, brother. She just like I said, I done did a couple shows which I didn't see no Kate. Comments is just a flowing. You know what I mean? Woo-hoo, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
Yeah, Harry, get on my nerves. Go back to being ball.
I thought about it recently.
Make me sick with your nice hair. Harry's trying to get himself together. He's out here, got a new job, pickleballing, playing volleyball. What else you doing, Harry? What else you out here doing athletically?
Basketball league's finishing up on Sunday. You know, I'm in the gym. I manage a gym, City Fitness. Shout out to City Fitness. You know what I'm saying? We got some influencer deals to get Black Gritty in there soon. So, you know, we'll figure it out.
Harry makes me sick. Besides his hair, the fact that he's still playing all these games with full wind and breath, all I can do is coach kids where I got to scoot a little bit. I don't have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't running full court for nobody no more. Thanks for watching. I'm your boy, OJ Stone, a.k.a. Black Gritty. Thank you for watching Gritty Nights. Subscribe, make a friend suffer with us, and send it to somebody that you care about, or send it to an enemy and tell them that they watch it. There's $1 million prize at the end if they can count to 5. I know we lying, but they just figured it out because they just got here. We out, y'all. Talk to you later. Have a good night.